Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran and I help people using a spiritual perspective. Anyway, besides that intro, so today's video is inspired by shame, guilt, pain, suffering, and that was just this week, or years of it really, years of trying to become something. I've been dealing with this issue since I was 24, 25. And maybe it's something that, of course, happens across many people, across cultures, across the world. Maybe it's an age thing, right, when you're in your 20s. But when you end up on any kind of journey of betterment, self-improvement, whether it's based in a spiritual nature or a mental nature or even a physical nature, and we'll just say emotional too, to throw that in there. Why not? May as well include that. When you try to better yourself in any kind of way, there always comes this point where you essentially are convincing yourself that who you are now is not actually good enough and you need to become someone else. So that process often kind of hits this wall where you can't seem to change because you've managed to convince yourself that who you are essentially sucks and that therefore you need to be better and that you need to be perfect. It kind of starts like that. You start with this idea of whoever you are now, whatever I am now, it's not good enough and I need to be better. So then you take steps and actions or ideas and you try to become better. And on that journey to try to become better, which can last years and years and years and years, you often just keep hitting the same sort of walls, the same sort of cycles where you've kind of convinced yourself, well, if I'm this version, which is separate from where you started, then everything will be okay. Everything will be fine. I won't be a piece of shit anymore. I won't be a loser. I will have this, I'll have that, a house, a car, whatever, a library in your house. Who doesn't want a library? I don't know. That'd be cool. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is you want to manifest, whatever it is you think that you deserve or that you think is promised to you, it doesn't really matter how you interpret it, but essentially you feel that the version of yourself that you need to become is worthy of those things. But the version of yourself that you are now, the starting point, essentially, is worthy of none of those things. So you never get it, right? But because time isn't actually linear, and because it's always happening in a moment, you're just kind of living it in a sort of series of moments, then naturally you're always going to be at this place where the starting point is essentially every day the concept of you sucking, not being good enough. And we need to be perfect to become what we deserve, right? And it's a trap. The idea of improvement is a trap. It sounds nice because it makes sense. Why wouldn't you want to become better? Why wouldn't you want to be a better version of yourself? And this isn't a video about not becoming better or that it's impossible. And there's things in my life that I've done that are, I would say, impressive, or I've managed to overcome some difficulties, emotional difficulties, but there's still things that are plaguing me. Possibly. For example, I'm still impatient. I don't know if that'll ever change, but I am an impatient person. I don't like waiting for things. Well, that's pretty much it. That's the definition of impatient. I don't like waiting for anything. Streetcars in my city, it's often just faster to walk and people just stand and wait. They just wait for a streetcar to come. And I think, what are they waiting for? It's going to be like 40 minutes. Just fucking walk to where you want to go. It's 15 minutes away. But people are lazy and dumb. And that's a whole separate video. But the idea is I'm impatient. Now, streetcar is not really a big deal, but in relationships or with jobs or just the kind of the things that might take a required amount of time, I get very antsy and kind of anxious and I don't really want to wait that much, right? So this is one example of some of the things that I would like to better upon myself. I would like to do better, right? Other things, physical changes that I would like to overcome, or physical challenges that I would like to participate in and complete, right? Tasks that I would like to do. Lots of things that I start with this idea that I'm just not good enough and I suck and I'm impatient and I'm lazy and I don't have any discipline and so many things, and I wish that I could just do better. And I really do try to do better. But every time I try to do better and become someone else, I kind of fail, because that's what it is. You're trying to become someone else. You're not actually accepting who you are. You're not actually enjoying what you are right now. Because even if you suck, and I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you're the type of person that that has a Trader Joe's bag and you've never been there. Maybe you wear socks with sandals. Maybe you think Subway sandwiches are really good. I don't know. Maybe you do suck. I can't tell you whether that's true or not. But I can probably tell you that you're harder on yourself than you need to be, right? And the pain of not being who you think you should be is, I think, worse than anything you could possibly be doing now, often anyway. Because it's that comparison that you have in your mind that stalls you and halts you and keeps you in the cycles. Whereas accepting yourself is actually a much better use of your time. Because if you start with accepting where you are and who you are, all the good and all the bad and all that area in between, if you accept what that is currently, what's happening right now in this moment, who you are, August 23rd, 2026, if you accept that and continue to accept it every day, then naturally you start to take better actions, or you feel better, or you think different kinds of thoughts that might align with something that are a little bit lighter in nature. Those types of things happen naturally, I notice, right? But because I still keep trying to control the process of becoming a better person, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of situation. And that's what happens. The only way to become a better version of yourself is to ironically stop trying to become a better version of yourself, because there's nothing to become other than what you already are. What you already are right now is good enough. All the good things about you, all that natural, innocent stuff that could come from your soul and your heart, and all that great human characteristic that you might have makes you unique and special, that exists right now. As you are watching this video, it exists, right? And all the other stuff, the ego and the fears and the insecurities and all the stuff that might get in the way or change over time or wasn't there when you were born and might be strong one day and not so much the other, all that other stuff is a radio, static, chatter, fog on a window pane, dirt on a table, right? It's maybe a filter, but that doesn't mean that the real stuff that you actually cherish and that makes you who you are isn't already there. So the job isn't to become someone else so that you just don't have any more dirt or that you don't have any more imperfections, because that's never going to happen. There's always going to be that filter to some degree, and someone's always going to see something that something negative in you, right? So you can't become this wonderful, perfect person that reaches this pinnacle of self-improvement. It's not going to happen. What you can do is you can accept where you are and who you are, and you can start to feel better right now rather than in 10 months when you think that you deserve it.